What is up, homies? Welcome back to another movie reaction from Heroes Reforged. Today we are rewatching Ant-Man and the Wasp, or in my case, it might be like I've never seen it before, which is why we're watching these movies. If you want to see the uncuts for them, go to patreon.com/heroesreforged. These are kind of a little bit more of an audio commentary and me every 15 seconds going, I forgot that happened. Oh, interesting. All right, cool. It's been a lot of fun. So I'm really enjoying rewatching these movies and kind of just, you know, it's always, we talked about in the last video, it's a daunting task trying to jump back into the MCU and like rewatching 28 projects before you go watch one movie. I don't really want to do that, but I'm down to rewatch the movies that deal with the characters specifically, or the clips or the scenes, and then go back into the theater. And I'm really excited. Well, we're all excited for Quantumania to just see what that story is and how it sets up. It's the second of 3 parts of the multiverse saga, so I'm excited.
Yeah. I also want to ask the people who are watching this, would you guys want to see us, even though we have already seen Quantumania, would you guys want us to rewatch Quantumania for the channel? Maybe.
Oh, when it comes out on Disney
Blue. Interested on that. Yeah, whenever it comes out on Disney Blue or whatever, the DVD, Blu-ray, 3D, whatever you want to do. Just let us know in the chat or in the comments or whatever.
The Laserdisc, the Beta, the Betamax, whatever. I'm down.
Yeah,
for
VHS, all that stuff.
The Quantum Realm version, yeah, I'm into it. Let us know for sure. I mean, that's the big reason why we're doing these movie watch-alongs. You know, we're going to be doing it for Creed, leading up to Creed, August and see Creed 2. So part of it is like us watching movies that we haven't seen before, haven't seen in a long time. Part of it is also our audience asks us, what's your thoughts on this movie? What's your thoughts on this scene? What's your thoughts on this character? Well, if we just watch the movies, then you can kind of just experience the drive.
Join the Patreon. That's the answer. You just got to join the Patreon.
That's where the after party is.
That's where the after party is. That's where we're all just back there tickling each other's balls, giggling up a storm, having a great grand old time watching these movies. So if you want to be a part of that party, sign up for the Patreon.
This episode is not sponsored by Manscaped, just letting you know. Are you guys ready? I know it should be. It should be.
Is there
ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm queued up.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Mommy? Jelly bean.
This is even better de-aging than the first Ant-Man.
Dude, she...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's crazy.
Shannon, we gotta go. I wish we could have put down our bags and tucked you back into your bed.
Michael Douglas sounds so old.
So gravelly.
We have to stop it! Come on!
Yeah, it's that thing that we were talking about in the last, for the first movie, how like Michael Douglas might be playing, you know, like a 30, 40-year-old, 35-year-old version, but he's still, you know, in his late 60s, so.
And this is crazy. We get to hear the audio now.
Yeah.
Tell Hope I love her.
Oh,
She turned it off.
that's the last thing she said.
Subatomic to deactivate.
Just like Scott. Just like Scott. So smart of them to have that footage, but there was no audio in the first movie.
Yeah.
Knowing she'd be lost in the quantum realm.
Tell Hope I love her.
Gone forever.
Where she meets Bill Murray. And Kane.
And Jonathan Majors, yeah.
And when he went to the quantum realm and came back, everything changed.
I think because of her haircut, I think he's telling her this like
I started to wonder.
right after the first Ant-Man movie,
Could your mother
2015.
still be alive?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah, because she has got the longer hair.
Dad, what are you saying?
We're going on vacation, baby.
To bring her back.
And that's the movie, folks.
You ready?
I'm ready, Daddy.
Are you sure? Because once we're inside, you show any hesitation or fear, we're done.
I eat fear for breakfast.
Wow.
Now she has her teeth.
Yeah, because it's 3 years later, or 2 years after Civil War.
Anton, which way do we go? Thanks, Anton.
Box mazes are super fun. I don't know if you guys ever built them. They're so fun.
into the tech facility.
Oh no,
That's a white person thing, bro.
What the fuck?
We couldn't afford these growing up.
It looks like treasure.
Oh, it is to me. This is the best birthday present you ever got me. Makes me want to knit you a sweater.
Oh no, the fuzz!
Hey, Scotty.
I know it's silly to get hung up on these kinds of things, but I do.
How am I gonna land a fish? It can't walk, and if it swam up on shore and it battled a hawk, who's gonna win? I'm gonna go recheck it.
To the escape badge! Let's bounce before the po-po come back!
right, I never had a box maze this elaborate. This is crazy.
This is crazy.
This is clearly you're on house arrest and a criminal.
I wish we could shrink for real.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm headed to the office, Scotty. And sorry about freaking out earlier, you know, but I feel like I'm way better. Like my heart is definitely like beating way too hard and stuff.
Be great, Luis. You got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I'm the boss. I'm the boss.
I'm the boss.
Yeah.
Back it up.
Back it up. Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Hey, you try and entertain a 10-year-old when you can't leave the house. You know the lengths that I've gone to? Close-up magic.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that.
Oh, Cassie.
Hope you don't catch it.
This must all seem like
That's the magic he perfected in WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
You can't draw on the walls. Well, your daddy went to Germany and drew on the walls with Captain America. And avoid any unauthorized activities, technology, or contact with any former associates who were or currently are in violation of said accords.
I'm sure that those charges were dropped when he helped save the universe.
You're really great with kids.
Thanks. I'm also a youth pastor. Anyway, not to be a Johnny Ask-a-lot, but you haven't had
Johnny Ask-a-lot. Good
Johnny
God.
Ask-a-lot.
This is good.
How'd you do that?
Bye.
So it's a good way to write, like, just because their conflict is resolved, like him and Paxton.
Right.
Paxton could still be funny, like it'd still be an entertaining dynamic, you know?
Oh no.
There she is again, the Wasp.
In the quantum realm.
Those visuals are pretty cool. I forgot about that.
I think it's Donald Sutherland as one of the...
Right. An invasion of the body snatchers or something? Look at all red.
I can't be here. I can't be here. I'm under house arrest.
Smart.
You have to take me.
Anton's taking the heat.
Scotty? Germany. They just showed up. They said that it was a matter of national security. The Cap needed help. So Captain America. Captain.
Tin America.
I'm not looking for an apology, Scott. The only reason why we're even talking is because we need what's in your head.
Damn, I need that car.
Man, get the traffic in LA. So easy.
God, incredible.
So I feel like in this one, they do less ant stuff, but they do more like there's just giant ants around in the real world. Like they embiggen more things.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're thinking of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Maybe I am. It's like the same movie.
Basically.
If we can pinpoint my mom's location, then the pod can take me down to get her.
You built all this and you don't even know if she's alive?
It's called
Right
a
there, Duracell.
hypothesis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, shit.
But for a split second, the doorway into the quantum realm was open.
And 5 minutes later, you called, talking about Mom.
We think when you were down there, you may have entangled with...
Hank, I would never do that. I respect you too much.
Stupid ass.
I had a dream. She was playing hide and seek with a little girl. Cassie and I do it all the time.
Where was she hiding?
No, it was in a tall dresser.
You mean a wardrobe?
It's where I hid.
That's a real memory.
Every time that we played.
Doesn't sound like you really got the gist of the game.
She's alive.
You're a pretty dumb kid.
Yeah, pretty bad at hide and seek there, Hope.
Oh, my God.
We need to get that part.
Oh, my God. Look, you're pretty shitty at hide and
The
seek.
sooner we get the tunnel working, the sooner we can get this message out of his head. We need a component to stop the tunnel from overloading again. I grabbed your clothes. You might want to change.
That's so sick.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
All the vehicles. Yeah. Disneyland should sell that wheel of cars, and it should be the exact same lineup of
I'm not supposed to
cars.
be out here.
And there's like a boat in there. Like they had like every vehicle. And this is also awesome. I would buy this if this was luggage. Cool. I would buy this shaped luggage.
Hector will go to Europe with us. I'm going to Germany. Here's my suitcase.
Here's my building.
That means they had to nail everything to the floor in that building.
Yep. Your name isn't Susan. It's Hope Van Dyne. And your unseen associate, that's your father, Hank Pym.
It's not good, Hank.
No shit.
It's my face.
I'm so dumb. The Donald Sutherland movie playing earlier was Animal House, apparently. National Lampoon's Animal House.
Oh, really?
I'm arranging some buyers for your lab.
He's going to be in Armor Wars.
$1 billion.
Yes.
Thank you, Sonny, really.
As far as I can tell, that's not Justin Hammer, goddammit.
I know. I'm hoping they're bringing back Hammer, too.
This is gonna be so much easier on everybody if you just give me that component.
Darling, the only thing you're taking from here is my heart. But it will mend in time. Find out. I want some names.
Hold on.
That's what's up.
Wings?
That's what's up. That's what's up. She was like a Power Ranger. She walked away and came right back.
This is like classic Marvel Wasp action stuff, man.
Yeah. I really wish I didn't know it was Evangeline Lilly, though. Too bad.
Oh, that was all IMAX enhanced.
Are you seeing this?
Hope, get out of there!
It's great because this character, the Ghost, originally debuted as like an Iron Man villain. This is my favorite Ant-Man suit.
You taught me that kick, remember? Whatever happened to us?
Not the time, Scott.
Yeah, because this mask looks like more of like a hybrid of the Civil War and the original mask.
Oh no!
And also, I just remembered that like impossible looking helmet thing.
You got the lab. No. Come on.
Wait, what are you talking about?
How, you know how like their helmets just go and like pop up? It's because it partly shrinks, which is how they're able to hide it away.
Yeah.
There's one place I can think of.
No.
No.
Like who would have thought that once again, in your hour of need, that you would turn to us, you know?
I love it so much. Once again.
Please. No, it's not organic. It's zen.
It's the most important meal of the day. You know what? You can get creative with it. Break teeth. Put a little brown sugar on it, cinnamon, put a little honey.
Guys.
Like this crazy creepy cat who like walks through walls and stuff. Like a ghost.
Baba Yaga, the witch.
My grandpa used to tell me these stories.
Stories to children to frighten.
Really?
Oh yeah, all the time.
You know Baba Yaga?
I know Baba Yaga.
I wonder if people watching this movie didn't know that it was like a woman in there. I'm pretty sure you can tell.
Relax. No one's gonna recognize us.
What, because of hats and sunglasses? It's not a disguise, Hank. We look like ourselves at a baseball game.
Not wrong.
That's a great burn on Civil War.
Why don't we call it a few minutes early? That'll be enough for today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may go.
The most LA thing I'll ever say right now. It used to be one of my neighbors.
Lawrence Fishburne?
That's right.
Not knowing that.
Yeah.
Slept for 3 days straight. You have no idea.
Back in the day, I was Hank's partner on a project called Goliath. The only thing more tiring than going that big is putting up with Hank's bullshit. Sooner or later, he just pushed everyone away.
Just the mediocrities.
Janet was the only one who could endure him and chose to stick it out.
Watch it, Bill.
She paid the price, though, didn't she?
Oh, that's too far.
I'm trying to save my mother.
Oh, it's Woo.
Relax. If this is about you, they'd be in your house by now. What are you, 15?
Come on, we gotta go right now.
Yeah.
You might be able.
Bro, he's a drummer. What do you mean?
Campus police says they ID'd both Pym and Van Dyne.
I can assure you I'm the last person he would want to visit.
Why is that?
We hate each other's guts.
So he's a good dude at heart.
I eliminated diffractors when I upgraded the suits.
So if we had an old suit, we might be able to track down the lab?
Yes, but we don't.
I mean, life's funny.
You sent my suit through the mail?
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Well, the good news is I know where it is.
Poor dude's running on. Hey, come on, you ant, stop it.
What's going on with this suit? How much of a work in progress is this?
This whole scene.
Oh, no.
I would love to. Is there a BTS on how they shot all this?
I don't know. There better be, though.
Yeah. Where's your hall pass? Hey, I'm talking to you. Hey.
At least he knows Cassie's teacher's name.
Yeah, right.
You can do it. You almost got it.
Hiya, champ. How was school today? You want a juice box and some string cheese?
Do you really have that?
Hey, yo, I'll fuck with some string cheese and a juice box. Come on.
I'll take a Capri Sun in a juice box.
Fucking string cheese is the best.
This has got to be the lab.
Let's go get it.
Oh my God.
Where Werewolf by Night is?
Yeah.
Okay, you're transmitting.
What took you so long?
Sorry, I had to come up with a name for my aunt. I'm thinking Ulysses S. Ant.
Ant.
Stupid.
No, we're sure this is our shrunken building and not somebody else's, right?
Just take it, Scott. Come on, we gotta be fast.
I'll get it.
Y'all shouldn't have went big.
You're not gonna reach into my chest and crush my heart, are you?
You're funny.
She's like flirting with him.
I'm not gonna hurt you, Scott, unless I have to.
Is that what you call that, Hector? Okay.
I don't call that flirting at all. No.
Hector, do we have some trauma we need to discuss with you?
This is just like Javier Bardem talking to James Bond, man. It's very intimate. Very intimate. Because she's a very traumatized individual. She probably hasn't had a lot of contact with people. I think that's why she's kind of smiley and like a little weird and flirty.
Let's wake up the rest of the gang and get this over with, shall we?
Another casualty of Hank Pym's ego.
Little trick or treat.
What have you done?
It's what you've done, Dr. Pym.
You with her? Oh man, I thought you were cool.
I didn't want him to be alone.
Mad scientists are such a staple in the Marvel universe.
I was still at S.H.I.E.L.D. when I got the call about a quantum anomaly in Argentina.
Oh, this is cool. This is very good de-aging too. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks great.
This character is going to be, Ghost is going to be in Thunderbolts, and I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with the character.
Yeah, me too.
I saw something that they just took her off the roster.
I saw that too. I don't know if that's true.
Well, I mean, they announced the actor came out on stage already. Like they announced her. She's in the.
There was an article that said that they took her out.
They weaponized me.
To be determined, I guess.
I stole for them, spied for them. I killed for them.
For S.H.I.E.L.D. or whoever, yeah.
She wanted to kill you, Hank, but I told her no. She discovered that you were building the tunnel. Then she told me about Lang.
Duck around and find out.
A message from Janet inside his head.
That's me. I'm sorry.
For Christ's sake.
Scott, I know that they're there. Can you just walk the phone around the house?
No, I can't do that right now.
Why not? Can you just maybe look around later then and call me back?
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Peanuts.
Feel better.
Feel better, buddy.
Hang on, all right? Just keep
Scott's like, help
breathing.
him.
Stay calm.
Help him, man. Come on.
The Altoid tin. Wait.
Oh, nice little trap.
Bill is filling that girl's head with lies. Elias Starr was a traitor. He stole my plans. Bring it down.
I think Hank is right about Elias Starr.
It's on the other side. Tighten that one down, then bring it down one notch. Good job.
Yeah, I don't really feel like they built up Hank Pym to be someone who's like
We'll adjust the relays while you go reprogram the settings, all right? It's gonna be fine.
No.
I don't think he's a liar.
We've already seen him betrayed and lied to by like Shield. Even though we know Shield is full of good guys. Howard Stark's not a great guy. Peggy Carter's a good person, but she's also compromised, gray morally. Like you know.
When I was in prison, the only thing that got me through was Cassie. I could have been locked up for 100 years. I never would have forgotten her.
Interesting foreshadowing.
I was counting the minutes until she can see you again.
Because he was, according to the MCU, he was in prison for 5 years, which means he went in 2010, got out in 2015. He's also in the quantum realm for 5 years. He gets out and he goes right to Cassie.
Wow.
Tell me you got the van wash for tomorrow morning.
Down to the undercarriage, baby.
You sprung for the undercarriage wash?
Well, you said get the works.
That's a scam, bro. We live in California, not Minnesota.
Well, my name is Sonny Birch, and I do my research, Luis. To wit, I have learned from a friend
of mine. That dude is huge right here on the right, too.
That he's been perfecting since his days with the SIS. It makes you suggestible and highly responsive.
Well, dude, that's true serum.
No, it's not. No fencing.
No fencing.
I believe you.
It's not a truth serum.
I have a lot of allergies, so you might want to think about that.
He has a daughter, right?
You can't mean that. Ava, tolerate a lot of the things you do out there, but I won't be a part of anything like that.
You're not the one who's about to fade away into nothing, Bill.
Oh, that's a cool effect.
You promised.
I know I will, but not like that. You lay one finger on that little girl, I won't help you.
There are other options.
I think the problem with this movie is that like the villain stuff just isn't that strong. Whether it's the flashback, Elias Starr, Bill is kind of like Hank Pym. He's a dick, but he is a heroic character. Like in the comics, it's just not the strongest stuff.
I'm Luis, and he says, you know what? I'm Scotty, and we're gonna be best friends.
Okay, hold on.
The way Paul Rudd said, I thought I was gonna be with him forever. Like he really hits the.
You gotta let the whole song play out.
Yeah, only played Morrissey. And if anybody ever complained, she'd be like, oh, no te gusta más? You know, Chicanos, we call them más. Then adios. What can I say? You know, we relate to his melancholy ballads, you know? Hope. And Hope's all like, I want nothing to do with you. Look at my hairdo. I'm all business. And then Scotty's like, you know what, girl? My heart is all broken, and I'll probably never find love again. But damn if I want to kiss you. I can't tell you this, but I'm gonna go trash in the airport with Captain America. And then she said, I can't believe you split like that. Smell you later, dummy. Then I can't trust him, and he's gonna screw up again and ruin everything. And then my heart is all like, that fancy raspberry filling represents the company's red, and we're days away from going out of business. Oh! Oh! You know, I was trying to be a good boss, but we're broke, and the Carpentians are our last hope, and if we don't show up, we're done.
That's terrible bossing.
Damn, bro!
That's on me. That's on me.
Hey.
That's on me. That's on me.
I think Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly, they both did a really good job of like mimicking the
absolutely
Michael Pena like delivery.
Well, where is Scott Lang?
Oh, the woods.
The woods?
The Muir Woods, Second Fire Road off the Panoramic Highway. Oh,
beautiful place.
That's where Caesar and the apes are.
And when you do, you gonna get me that lab.
Understood.
Good news, gentlemen. Faye's gonna do the hard work for us.
The one dude who said one line earlier.
Sir, I just got a lead.
Ooh, I love leads.
I love you, Jimmy.
Is that Downey Blaze? Is that what he was watching?
Yeah.
Right.
What's happening?
It's shutting down. Maybe our vectors are off.
You've gone over them 1,000,000 times. No, they're right.
Well, then what else could it be?
I don't know.
It could
Also,
be
Paul
that
Rudd
it
is-
works.
Get away from that.
Scott, you can't.
I'm sorry, I don't know how much time I have. I need to fix the algorithm.
He's right on the border of too silly, but like very sweet.
Yeah.
Shannon?
Oh, jelly bean.
That's so weird.
Such great work. You just need a little nudge.
Jelly bean, peanut.
So weird.
Janet, how is this possible?
It wasn't a message you put in Scott's head. It was an antenna.
Clever girl. You have to follow my voice.
Of course.
Like tracing a callback to its source.
Right? It's silly, but it's
fine. Between 3 and 7.
our first fight in decades, and it's over just like
holding his hand. It's just awkward enough.
The scene works also the way Evangeline Lilly and Michael Douglas are playing against it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Because they're 100% into it.
It's you.
Ha! We got it.
I just read some Marvel comics today, and they are full of science mumbo-jumbo bullshit, but it fits with the world of Hank Pym. He is like Reed Richards. It's like super genius, impossible level.
And it'll be another century before they align like this again.
We'll find you.
I know you will, Jelly Bean.
I know you will, Jelly Bean. Nope. Nothing. I got nothing. No sign of Janet. How'd we get up here?
Okay.
Scott, I'll be fine.
You know, I'm just saying, because I've been down there.
Yeah, so you've mentioned.
Damn phone.
Morrissey.
Hey, man, you coming?
No, I'm not. But you know what? They gave me some truth serum, and then all of a sudden I started talking all honestly. Like, I hate the way that you load the dishwasher. And by the way, who puts a plate on the top rack, okay? They don't go there!
Out of all of the supporting characters, Luis is going to be the most missed if he's not in Quantumania.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Ghost knows where we are. So does the FBI.
How?
I told Luis where we are.
Oh my God.
Do you know how hard it is for ex-cons to find work these days?
Jesus, Scott!
Jesus, Scott.
I'm just gonna borrow the suit. I'll come back. Just tell me where you'll be.
Don't bother.
What?
We'll come and get the suit from you as soon as we found my mom.
Hope.
Scott, just go.
He did it again, man. He bailed on him.
Get out of here, bro.
Daddy?
Let the man get by.
But Daddy's super sick.
I'll see about that.
He barfed. Like a lot.
Young lady, I'm a federal agent. I've seen worse things than vomit. Move aside.
So I'm sorry. I'm just really sick. Sometimes you just gotta get it out, you know? Sorry. Oh.
You get the laugh. You should come watch The Boys with us.
Oh, God. Whoops.
Bring the building back up. Bring the building back up.
Yeah.
Make those guys go flying. Kill those men. Looks like they really filmed in Muir Woods. I don't know where they filmed this. Probably Atlanta somewhere.
You're under arrest.
No.
This
those
is
woods,
harassment.
those trees.
What does the FBI even stand for? Forever bothering individuals?
No, that was horrible.
Anyway, I'll be back later for the official end of your sentence. Sorry for misjudging you, pal. You should feel great about yourself.
Lord.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Oh, damn. Dead. Killed him.
That'd be a
We have a
horrible
man
way to
down
die.
and Pim's lab is gone.
Womp womp.
Hey. Thanks for covering for me.
Sure.
This is all going to be set up for part 3 right here.
I screw it up just about every time.
So maybe you just need someone watching your back, like a partner.
Well, she's made it clear that's about the last thing she wants.
Who?
Hope. Wait, who did you think?
Me.
Hmm.
Don't laugh.
Aww.
Oh, Peanut. Oh, you would be awesome. And if I let you, I would be a terrible dad.
You can do anything.
Be the man,
You're
your
the world's
daughter.
greatest grandma.
Is he a dad? Is
Yeah,
Paul Rudd a dad?
I think so, yeah.
You got any better ideas?
No, and I'm not giving up on Mom.
She'd be so proud of you.
It's such bad timing. This like quantum lining up has to happen right before Scott can be free to help them. Like he just had 3 more days left.
What about me?
Perfect.
Hurry up and get dressed. We don't have much time.
He loves the disguises with the hats and the sunglasses. Sir.
This old ass FBI agent.
Now what?
Get in!
Okay, this action sequence is the other highlight of this movie.
Excuse me, are we planning on leaving soon? Or are you two going to keep staring at each other until they start shooting at us?
Man, Michael Douglas is so good in these movies.
The suit is missing and so is the van.
How could this happen? I mean, what the dickens?
What?
What the dickens?
What's up?
I can't help but not like.
You don't remember that beloved commercial?
The beloved commercial?
What's up?
Or maybe even just a suit with no powers.
He's so excited.
He's such an innocent, sweet soul.
He would be the one who would like stumble into everything going successfully for him, and it would be the best, and you would not be mad about it.
It's them.
It's your conscience. It's so weird. As she was phasing, a part of her still went to like push the door open.
Yep. Yeah, she's living through different realities at the same time.
There you go.
Oh, that's where that suit came from.
Yeah,
makes sense.
That's right. That's right.
She's facing death or something far more terrible. She's afraid.
Somebody wet my pants. I don't know if it was baby me or old me.
Yeah.
Or just me. Yeah, I think also this movie, it like what they kind of advertise as the villain isn't really the villain.
Right. We're kind of rooting for them, which is tricky.
Then you got to feel bad for Ghost because she's just trapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Crazy anomaly.
I also really like the actor Hannah John Kamen, who plays Ava Ghost. I think she's good, so that's why I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with her in Thunderbolts. That's tight.
In case I don't
But
make
yeah,
it.
I think you guys are right. It's like,
Don't say that.
like we don't sympathize with Thanos, but we understand him.
Right.
I don't want to see Scott kick the shit out of her. You know what I mean? It's tough.
There's a Disneyland ride for you.
Whoa! Yeah. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the theater experience.
Honestly, like Ant-Man is the perfect ride for a theme park.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they kind of did it with Hank's Test Kitchen or the Pym Test Kitchen.
Yeah.
One of the first things they teach you in online close-up magic university.
So, according to X-Fire and Giant Freaking Robot, the actress will no longer be starring in the upcoming Thunderbolts movie for an undisclosed reason.
It's a little too wishy-washy.
She also left her role in Red Sonja.
Really? This guy again?
Oh, geez, I hope it's not for a bad reason or anything.
I don't know.
Hang on.
Let's go. Oh, and Luis is in the car. That's right.
Yep. He needs some action. He needs more action. He needs to be involved in everything.
This feels like the combination of the Ant-Man theme and the Wasp theme. So
so good. After this new Shang-Chi, I'm sure the people of San Francisco are like, man, get these Avengers out of here.
I know.
That undercarriage is filthy.
Good callback. Love that. So good.
Oh, that street.
Yep. Run.
Hit it.
Oof. Yep.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Adam, you really like those high-pitched buzzy noises, don't you?
That's so fun.
So smart.
Hey man, while you're in there, if one of those is COVID, can you just get rid of that, please? Thank you.
Yeah, can you zap it real quick?
Anytime now.
Recalibrating.
The tardigrades in their natural environment see something they know is an abomination, an affront to their reality. They go to investigate. It's to their nature.
Bikes, it's all you.
Jesus.
The Bikes gang are like, all right, we're up.
It's turned into Fast and the Furious 9.
On it, bro.
Ouch.
Perfect.
Well, the 60s were fun, but now I'm paying for it.
I forgot about that line.
God.
That's so good.
Oh boy.
not the Triumph.
Any other bike, but not the Triumph.
They have really expensive bikes to be doing this. No, give me that one.
There he is right there. Get the Lao. Get the Lao.
Ow. This guy's poor stunt guy. That guy hit the floor real hard.
Oh! Wait! Hey! What about me?
Was that the first time she used a zapper?
No, she was zapping guys in the opening action.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
That was cool. She threw it to herself. They're all shrinking and growing and phasing and shrinking and...
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Work in progress, my end.
Where are you? I'm approaching my site. Hurry! We're running out of time.
Oh, man.
Approaching quantum void.
Maybe he just peed his pants too.
He tangled. Yeah, he definitely did. His old ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope he packed some Depends in that suit. Goes without saying, but all of this stuff in 3D is like super effing cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so strange, but interesting.
In some of these shots right here, when he's about to get out of the car, right there, people were saying in 2018, like, oh, that's a city back there. That's Chronopolis, or that's, you know.
I really want to know what kind of research or inspiration they use for the quantum realm.
Use the Hot Wheels rally case.
Like for the visual look of it and how they built it and how it performs.
I love you, Dr. Pym.
I love you, Dr. Pym. Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. Oof.
This is awesome.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Wasp is like the best. She's one of the best superheroes.
He said doink.
I forgot about that. It's so funny.
I guess, well, maybe you do.
Everything in that lab is like...
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm surprised those little like satellite dishes on the top haven't broken off at this point.
Yeah.
How did he even have time to buy a ticket? Oh.
No!
Oh my God.
I'm gonna call you Antonio Banderas. You're a badass.
You're a badass. That's right. Zorro, baby.
Oh no! Antonio's dead.
And then sound effects. A little like
we got some company.
Oh no.
That's Tim Heidecker. So funny.
They made him look like a whale.
Hi, sorry. Hi.
That's much bigger than 65 feet.
I had a dream.
But it's really interesting because this whole background, it does look like what we see in the quantum realm for the new movie. This is like Interstellar, right? This is cool.
You look lost, Hank. Are you all right?
Still think you have all the answers, Hank?
Really well done with all the lighting changes.
Yeah, because you have to imagine they're just using the same set that they were using for like Hank Pym's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever set they built. And just one of the most beautiful people ever Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer, ladies and gentlemen.
When are we watching Batman Returns?
Too sexy. We can't watch it. It's too
Not
sexy
right now,
for this
right now,
channel.
but later. Yeah, it's too sexy.
It took so long.
You're here now.
I actually don't even know if Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer have ever worked together prior to these movies.
I don't know.
Lab coordinate not found. Do not ascend.
I should probably tell you what we're dealing with.
We're in just a little bit of a pickle.
It's got to be 80, 85 feet.
There you go. 80, 85 feet.
That's huge.
Air feels chunky. Oh no, he's too big.
Oh, wow. Air feels chunky. Interesting.
Oof. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Have that come right at you. And the huge handle.
Lab at full scale.
They did it.
Ready to ascend.
Let's go see our daughter.
Honestly, at first when this happened, I was like, is she gonna be a good character or a bad character?
Yeah.
She talks about because she talks about how she's like changed and evolved, and I'm like,
she's changed.
Hopefully that doesn't lead to her being, like questionable in her motives.
Adam, I get what you're saying, but I feel that like Janet Van Dyne specifically, that version of the Wasp, this character, is such an important, pivotal, heroic Marvel character that I don't think that they would like change that just for the sake of a movie story. Do you see what I'm saying?
Hey! Hey, Scotty! Hope, come in!
My one prediction for part 3 when this came out was I was like, oh, in part 3, they're going to have Wasp go giant. But now I don't think we're ever going to get that.
Adios, amigo. No.
There you go.
Nice.
I'm sorry we can't do this. We have to find another way.
This is the way.
Yo, she's a Mandalorian?
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Oh, snap. Ouch.
Ant-Man and the Wasp teaming up.
Against a ghost.
A spooky ghost.
Jelly bean.
And also, dude, Evangeline Lilly, this shot of her, like she knows how to respond to this moment.
Yeah.
Really sells it.
We found you.
Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns, Nicole Kidman in Batman Forever, both played the mothers of superheroes returned from a realm deep below, and they had cool armor and older hair.
That's true. I totally forgot about
and
that.
a knife they fashioned out of a weapon.
It always hurts. I think I can help you.
So she's still got to have this ability in the third one, right?
I don't know. Is she?
Ava was apparently going to die. She was so bad, like a few days from now. And I think she just like maybe cured her because she's going to live for years. She's going to be in Thunderbolts. So she could do that?
No, Scott. In fact, I couldn't.
Cops come! Whoa!
That's so cool, bro.
We're going to our jobs. You see, we see these guys, they're trying to shoot people.
So we apprehended them.
We traffic in stolen technology.
That's right. They gave him the serum.
It is true, sir.
So stupid.
There he is. It's over, Scotty. Sorry, but we got you, man. Damn it, Scotty, reduce yourself.
Magic.
Magic. Ding dong.
Well done, honey.
Let's go.
Ex-con van. It's destroyed in
one of those vans,
so bad.
dude.
I think Luis was also dusted because the van was impounded, so he had to have been dusted.
We can make it, Ava. I'm not leaving you.
And now I hope Lawrence Fishburne is also in Thunderbolts. Like, I'm rooting for both of these characters to be okay.
How many times did they kick that damn door open?
I know.
At what point do they owe him a new door and a new frame?
Seriously.
This is Augustine over here.
Yep, that's me.
Hey, fool, you're supposed to be on house arrest, huh?
Oh, hey guys. Are my 2 years up already?
Yay.
What's it like out there? Huh? I mean, do people still dance?
That's like us after COVID.
I don't know. I thought you were planned the evening.
No, I meant to like arrest you. I'll arrest you later again.
Take it easy, Jimmy.
Okay.
Get out, Jimmy.
Did you want to grab dinner or something? I mean, some free. Yeah, come on.
I'd hang out with him.
With Jimmy Will?
I'd hang out with both of them.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh, this is the same house, the Cassie house. Yeah.
Man, this guy's just a hugger.
Yeah, right?
All right, and their business is fine.
Brother, business is a booming.
Well, it would be an honor to be in business with you as well.
But the question is, like, what happens if Luis gets dusted? Do the other two guys get dusted? Did it like what? Like, is XCon still a business? I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like part 3 is just going to be in the Quantumania in Quantum Realm the whole time. But I'm like, I want to know what happens to those characters.
Yeah, same.
I think we'll get some context. I think we'll get some context. As to what happens to them. I don't think it's possible to do a movie and not at least mention them
Address
or
it. Yeah,
address it. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, see this? This is Them,
This
or
is
a movie
awesome.
like that. Michael Giacchino is going to direct the new reboot of the movie Them.
Oh,
Giant
really?
ants.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Move, get out of here.
Don't.
I hate that moth dust.
This is fun. This is all CG, but they're little like
little toys. This is basically how Hector plays in his garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I liked it less than the last time I watched it, but I still like this movie. And I think I like it less than the first Ant-Man, but I still like this movie.
Wait, why did you like it less than the last time you watched it? That's an interesting thing to say.
Because the last time I watched it was the first time in a few years, and I was like, oh, it's actually super funny, and I was really into it. And I think that I was a little fresher with it. So going into this watch with you guys, I'm like, okay, I think the if there's flaws in this movie, and there are, the flaws are that it's a comedy, but it's not the funniest comedy. It's just pretty funny. It's an action movie, but the action isn't the best. The action is just pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's that palate cleanser after Infinity War, right? And I think that the villains not being the strongest are because in movie 1 and 2, they used Ant-Man centric villains. And I think that they learned the lesson after this one. And I feel like that's why they pivoted. And they're like, let's just use a Marvel villain. Oh, let's do Kang, who's really compelling, and make the whole movie where Kang is the villain, basically a Thanos level character that Scott can go up against. I think that was the best thing that they could have done. Same way they pivoted with Thor Ragnarok, right? Thor 1 and 2 worked and didn't work for various levels, and then they just pivoted and they're like, let's go balls to the wall. So
yeah, I just think this movie suffered from too many villain plot lines. It made the whole reason why they were doing everything just more convoluted. Like a lot of things conveniently had to happen in order for things to happen. And I'm okay with suspending my disbelief for a little bit. Oh,
right.
This is the best part.
How's that button going to come up? Skip credits. This is like the best.
How am I going to skip that?
I name the sides of buildings.
There we go.
Now I got this.
I think it has flair.
All right, controls online.
Just realized a great setup for Infinity War. Or, I mean, Endgame.
Totally.
Make sure you stay out of the tardigrade fields. They're cute, but they'll eat you. And don't get sucked into a time vortex. We won't be able to save you.
Anything else?
All
Anything
things
else?
we should remember.
Kang. Watch out for Kang the Conqueror.
Watch out for the Kang gang.
3, 2, 1.
All right, Scott, this is a mic check.
So now this is in like May of 2018.
Yeah.
A few days later, a week or so later.
Sounds like a freaking
Healing
transformer.
particle secured for our new ghost friend.
This is for Ghost.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3.
I wonder if she dusted as well, or if she just went 5 years without healing particles and what that effect that had on her.
Funny.
Oh yeah.
This is so scary, dude.
Yeah.
Hank.
Womp womp womp.
Did the snap affect the
Seriously,
quantum realm?
Don't joke around. Bring me up. Let's go.
No.
Guys!
I think it's just out. Well, he says the entire universe, but the quantum realm is like
it's another universe. Yeah,
it's its own universe.
It's another like plane of existence. I don't know.
That's another reason Kang is in the quantum realm, or was he hiding there on purpose? That like he avoided the snap, avoided the Thanos threat, you know. But I think Kang is imprisoned there. I think Kang's trying to get out of the quantum realm.
I think in the trailer he says that he needs his help getting out, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. So
whatever got him, whatever got him stuck in there. Yeah, he seems like he's trying to find a way out. Yeah.
To go back to what I was saying about this one not being the strongest, I think it's just really the villain plotline. Yeah. I think after this, Marvel really learned their lesson about villains. I think they just really shot for it with this movie, and maybe they were trying to experiment because it was maybe more low stakes. I think the movie ultimately suffered from all the villains.
I think you're right, Augustine, with like, it's not just Ghost, it's not just Bill Foster, it's Sonny Birch, it's the FBI. I like the idea that Scott was in house arrest, and the whole movie has a ticking clock with like making sure that Scott gets back home before that he has to help Wasp and Hank Pym on the side while also trying to. I think all that stuff works, and I think the Wasp Hope stuff when she's like in action mode, it's really great because of the fact that Wasp was also out of Scott's life for 2 years. It's a film where they're almost like having to rebuild up that relationship. Whereas at the end of the first Ant-Man, they were like kissing. So you're like, great. In the next movie, they're gonna be a couple, and we're gonna go. And it's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Team. Yeah.
Right. So this one's like, it's back in that same dynamic of like, I don't like you, Scott, but by the end of this, we're gonna be together, kind of a thing. Like so I'm gonna like you, and it's like we just want to see them. We just want to see these characters at the height of their game, I guess. Right. Like if you go and ask for a comic book of like, what's the best Ant-Man comic where it's the best story, the best villain, the best version of Scott Lang or Hank Pym or Hope or Janet or whatever. Like you just want the best of the best of the best. And this movie feels a little bit like it's an adventure that takes place before the bigger adventure, right? Like it's kind of the ramp up and lead up to the thing. And the first movie did feel like an origin. Yeah. Even if it didn't feel like the most epic high stakes thing, which is great, it at least felt like, significant. Yeah. So
I also do wonder if they knew what Scott's trajectory was going to be going into Endgame. Like, did they need a movie to set up him being stuck in a place where he could come out and then help rescue the characters? And if you're going to do that, you have to then backwards, like kind of reverse engineer the idea of the quantum tunnel and all that stuff. Right. Yeah,
totally.
So I wonder if they found another way to work around that, and they could have just had Civil War, his appearance, and then do the second movie after Endgame, and then not have to necessarily worry about them having a relationship where they were apart for 2 years. Then it's like, we were gone for 5 years. Now we finally reconnected. And it's like, oh, these two people who love each other are back together. But you kind of need some of these like in between steps. But I agree. I think the multiple villain plot lines kind of make it a little bit messy. And you're like, well, is Bill Foster working with this guy? Are they working together? They're not working together. Okay, then who is that guy working? You're trying to keep track of so many things happening at the same time, where is that if they would have maybe just focused on just building the quantum realm, like you didn't even really need Ghost, but I know like, you understand why it's kind of in the movie, so yeah, I think there's a lot of things happening, but I think it pivoting to being about a villain who is essentially going to have a massive, like the whole second part of this story is about Kang the Conqueror, to set him up in Ant-Man is pretty rad. And it puts Ant-Man, the character and the movie, in a really important position. Whereas before it was, but also kind of wasn't. And I don't feel like I don't think you felt that Ant-Man and the Wasp was as important until we got to Endgame. Whereas now you're going into Quantum Mania and you're like, this is one of the most important movies in the multiverse saga.
That's a good point. Yeah. In fact, I think when people were watching Avengers Endgame, if they hadn't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, it is a little bit like, oh, you missed out, because you would understand Scott, how he lost everybody that's important to him. That's where he is at the beginning of Endgame. He comes out and his daughter's 5 years older. Like all of that stuff is such a great continuation of what they did in this.
Yeah.
But it's almost like you don't know that because nobody knew what Avengers Endgame was going to be when this movie came out. Now, even though we don't know what exactly is going to happen, the next Avengers movie is called The Kang Dynasty. Like they are telling you, they're telling us go see Quantumania. Do
It's
not
massively
miss this
important.
movie. It's massively important, right? There's no hidden secret about it. It is the movie. This movie was almost called Ant-Man versus Kang. Like, it's that important of like, don't go miss this film. But I will say too, everything we're kind of discussing, like, I still really enjoyed this movie when it came out. I still love it now. I still think like I might like this movie even more than Captain Marvel, which came out right after, and then we got Endgame. Like, those of the two movies in between Infinity War and Endgame, I'm like, I think I still might like this one more than Captain Marvel. I think the Ghost character visually is very different. Her story is different than the other Marvel villains. It's just that it doesn't hit quite as hard as the other stuff. And nothing in this movie made me go like, oh man, they ruined the character. It's kind of broken. Like, how are they going to? It's all recoverable, and I hope to see all of these characters again. And I'm glad that Ghost is going to be in Thunderbolts.
I would say that I liked the movie more the second time that I watched it, and I think part of it is also because I automatically kind of lower my expectation, because I knew that when I saw it the first time, I was like, I like parts of it, but there are things that I didn't like. The things that I didn't like, I still am not a fan of. But I think the things that I liked, especially the humor, I think after Avengers Infinity War, because that ends on such a downer, I was kind of expecting the movies between that and Endgame to kind of continue that tone. And this one doesn't. And I know it's because this one takes place before that happens. But I think when you're living through it live and you're seeing these movies in sequential order in the theater, you're kind of like, it's kind of jarring to go into a movie that's so funny and then it ends on such a down, and you're like, wait a second, my brain can't like comprehend what's happening here. But now it being so many years, 4 or 5 years in the future, I can watch it and go like, I think this was probably a best case scenario of a type of movie you would make when the last movie you made is such a downer. If you make every movie in between that a downer, people are going to go to Endgame feeling completely hopeless. But Endgame does such a good job of starting the movie on such a downer, and it reminds you how shitty the situation is with Hawkeye's family dusting, that you're like, oh man, all right, I guess this is going to be a really tough, like, uphill battle to hope. And
Scott was hopeless at the beginning of that movie because he was without Hope Van Dyne. He was hopeless.
Totally.
And at the end, by the end of it, she came back and it was awesome.
We got it, Cap.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah.
I think this is maybe my third time watching this movie, but I'm still very like kind of blah about this whole movie. Like it's great. I don't have any major issues with it. It just didn't make me excited about.
It's not a movie that I'm going to go back and be like, I really want to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, it's not one of those. It's not like an Iron Man where I'm like, every time it's on TV, I'll watch this. Why not?
Right. Exactly. I think it's lower on the priority of the rewatch. But now that we know what's coming up with Kang and the importance of the quantum realm, rewatching it this time, I did get really excited when quantum things were happening.
Totally.
And I think maybe that's the point of, I don't know if they knew that Kang and the whole Quantumania was going to happen when they planned this movie, but I think that in that context, which is what I think Marvel does really well, is making you go back and be excited for projects because of what they're doing now in the current or in the future, right? And they did that with all the Endgame and Infinity War stuff. They made movies in the past that weren't necessarily thought of as the best ones be super important. I think it works really well. I think it's a good strategy for Marvel.
I think that's a really good point though, because I think a lot of times when you see movies that are part of a franchise, sometimes things that get set up in the past never get paid off, or they get set up and it's like not a big deal and they never really address anything. But I think that's the one strong thing about Marvel is I have to imagine every time they do one of those like retreats where they're planning out the next 10 years, not only are they like, well, what are we going to do in the future? They also, well, what did we tease in the past? Or what did we set up in the past? Or what did we showcase that we could expand upon? And I imagine they probably would look at something like the quantum realm and they're like, well, what did Janet go through while she was in there for 30 years? Something must have happened.
I bet you they had ideas of that, but I bet you that Kang was not a part of those ideas.
I'm sure it was well, how do we want this phase to end? What do we want to do? And it's like, how do we reverse engineer that to the beginning of our phase?
I think that with Janet being down there in the quantum realm, I bet you that for Ant-Man 3, whatever they were planning, Ant-Man and the Wasp, 2 or whatever it was, like the third film in this series, that they were maybe going to revisit that already. They were planning to, and maybe that the villain would have been like a quantum realm specific character, like you
Maybe
know,
it could have just been MODOK.
Maybe they were like, let's bring back Corey Stoll, and he'll be, you know, the yellow jacket character will be the bad guy again. It's interesting too. You're talking about like unresolved plot threads. Remember when we watched the first Ant-Man and that former S.H.I.E.L.D. character Carson Mitchell?
Yeah,
he bent down to pick up the yellow jacket particle, and then he like got away.
Right.
Apparently, the original post-credit scene for the first Ant-Man movie was going to be Scott Lang in the suit showing up as Ant-Man and like finding that guy somewhere and stopping him and taking the Pym particles away. Like they were going to resolve that in the post-credit scene, but then I think Kevin Feige was like, no, dude, we have to tease Civil War because that's the next movie and it's huge. So let's have a little I know a guy moment at the end of that. Ant-Man will return. So that Carson Mitchell a yellow jacket, you know, cross-tech particle or whatever, that's still out there. They could still do something with that. It might get resolved in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. It might get resolved in Young Avengers. Then maybe that's something that Cassie has to go and deal with when she becomes a superhero. So yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a franchise has done a pretty damn stellar job of going back and, oh, we had Abomination in one movie, let's bring it back in She-Hulk, let's bring it back in Shang-Chi before that, and we'll bring back Abomination in She-Hulk, and he'll probably be in Thunderbolts or something, like to bring back that actor, to bring back, you know, unresolved plot threads has always like made me feel like you can't count them out. Anything that you can point to and go, this is a dangling plot thread. They'll even when there's like an Infinity Gauntlet created for the background of Thor's of Odin's throne room.
right.
Hela goes and like pushes it over, and she's like fake, like as a way to like address the fact that they kind of shifted plans, and now the gauntlet is over here that Eitri made for Thanos in space or whatever. So can't count them out. It's a franchise that will never end. It's infinite, and that way they can always go back and fix things. And who knows, maybe there'll be an Ant-Man 4 that will somehow go back and enhance Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like something super important from this movie will pay off, you know, whatever. It's an interesting writing challenge, but yeah, I think Ant-Man 1 is still higher ranked. I don't know where I would put this in the ranking. This might be like 30 in the ranking. Adam, what do you think? If you go to your list, where are you at right now with Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think last time we did a check-in, I think I had it ranked somewhere like 31st or 32nd.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have it ranked 31st. 31st.
I need to knock it down a couple pegs. I have it right now at like number 20, and I need to move it to like, I have it like above Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and stuff. I'm like, no, I think I like Doctor Strange more.
That's definitely not there.
I think I would actually move it up. I think I would move it from like position 31 maybe to like 27, 28.
Okay.
Which would put it ahead of Thor, Love and Thunder, which I know you guys liked it. I didn't like it as much as you guys did though.
That's okay. Dude, I had it above the original Iron Man. That can't be right. Let me move it below Iron Man 1. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, actually,
dang, bro.
I think I might have it above Hawkeye. I think that's where I'm at right now.
I think I would put it below Hawkeye.
That's where I have
it. Physical list. I think I enjoyed the show Hawkeye better than this.
You need to get a list, brother.
You need to get on Letterboxd, bro. What are you doing, brother?
I know.
It's fun because, again, I know I mentioned it last time, but it's fun to keep track of this stuff because I can look back at it and go, wow, I really have this movie in this last position. Let me revisit that movie and then go, oh, this movie's actually not bad. Like it happens with me even with franchises that I love. Like you guys know I love Halloween. I rewatched Halloween 5 and I had it pretty high in my ranking. I rewatched it and I was like, this is the worst one. I think this might go like second to last. It's horrible. So that's what I enjoy about doing these movie watch-alongs. I think it's really fun and I'm glad we're doing it. And it's a nice refresher because, I truthfully don't go back and rewatch a ton of these Marvel films for no reason other than I'm like, I feel like I've experienced it in theaters and I feel like I kind of get to live in the moment. You know, I don't always feel obligated to go back and watch something 10 times unless it's like Avengers Endgame or Iron Man. Like those are very rewatchable films and 3 hours goes by fast.
Augustine is also a big fan of like the YouTube video recap genre. Like, you know, before you go see a new movie or whatever, if there's like a, here's everything you need to know or like a refresher. But I feel like more so than kind of remember being told those details that may factor into the other thing. I think that it's fun to go back and watch the movie yourself if you have time, and you can try and remember whatever details you can. If you remember anything noteworthy, anything important, anything fun, anything interesting, and then if it pays off in the new movie and you're sitting in the theater and you're like, oh, I just saw the movie. Yeah, this is from that moment. it's a fun little thing of like, oh yeah, I did the work. I remembered this moment. It's paying off, you know, versus sometimes with those videos, and they're very well done. I'm not saying they're bad and they're super helpful, and sometimes they're really entertaining and engaging, and it's all good. But sometimes they give you all of those facts, and then you go to the theater and you sit there and you go, they didn't pull up this one fact, so this isn't a good new sequel. Like I was expecting this thing, you know, but instead to come to your own conclusions and to figure out what's important to you. Sometimes there's the payoff of like, oh, that was a detail I remembered. I thought nobody cared about it, and they referenced it again. Oh, great, how fun!
Yeah,
that's the other fun thing about
Hector likes to have his homework paid off. Basically, is what he's saying.
Basically,
Hector, our minds work very differently, my friend.
Yeah,
very differently.
You mean I can watch a 40-minute recap of the entire MCU, or I can spend 3 weeks watching it?
No,
here's my 40 minutes.
That. It's Hector. Your the expectation that you set afterwards, where you said you would be disappointed if they didn't point out something that they didn't notice, or something that failed. I don't see it that way. The way I see it is just literally me not remembering things and not having time to go back and watching the movie because I forget shit. I just forget
Old
shit.
age kicks in hard, boys.
Guys, look at the gray, guys. It's kicking in. It's kicking in, y'all.
All right, well, before we age out of existence, let's get out of here. Guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If this is one of your first times revisiting this movie or watching this movie, what did you think about it? Did it meet your expectations, exceed them? Did you not enjoy it? Let us know all your thoughts in the comments below. What are some of your theories as to what plot points they might take from this movie and apply it to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? Let us know if you want us to watch that movie as well when it comes out on Disney Plus. We'll probably do a little bit of something for it when it comes out. But be on the lookout. Check out all of our other reactions. Check out our Patreon as well. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.